So things that stick out like a sore thumb to me in the traditional wedding vows that are really like trampled over in today's society is for richer or for poorer.
For better or worse.
Right. And in sickness and in health. Now, the richer or poorer, that reminds me of the phenomenon where in a 50-50 relationship, the most prolific time for women to file for divorces are when the woman gets a promotion from the 50-50 position and the man is now making less than her. All of a sudden, for richer or for poorer, just falls apart. And that's because the balance has been thrown off.
And that's where you really see that whole, well, she's submitting to somebody else in the corporate world. Somewhere in the corporate, ladder. But then she's not going to give a whiff about you.
Right, but the fundamental problem there is that the guy's in a 50-50 relationship to begin with, right? He is not on his grind to offer something that is appealing enough to be submitted to.
You set the precedent already.
That's why 50-50 relationships are incredibly dangerous for both men and women, right? Because on the men's side, like they can get dragged in the court system for divorce and all of this as soon as there's an imbalance. And then on the women's side, like if you go ahead and feel like when you chose him, he was the best you can get, and it turns out that things changed, now you're operating from a significantly different spot, especially if you have kids with that man. Because then you think you can do better, you leave the relationship, you go back out on the streets, or you monkey branch or whatever, and now you're operating from a completely different frame that is disadvantageous to most women. So on both sides of it, it's an L. Yeah. Hypergamy doesn't care about how you funded her going back to college to find a more rewarding career.
Yeah, those little graduation speeches, it's all about her hard work and her sacrifice. And then later on, it's the awesome new shoes or purse, Louis Vuitton purse, that she bought with her money.
Right. This goes back to the idea of her money is her money and his money is their money, right? And
forget girl math, that's like girl accounting.
Oh, it's a whole accounting system.
It's a whole accounting system, yeah.
Right. Okay. And that also goes ahead and goes back to alluding to the whole like, hey, when she gets promoted and he's like just staying where he's at, it's a dangerous situation for both of them for different reasons.
Yeah.
Hypergamy doesn't care about how great a guy you are for adopting the children she had with other men.
It makes me think of going back to the one that you want to be the dad, but then the one that you want to be...
The one you want to call daddy instead?
The one you want to book talk with.
Sure. when they're the different people.
Yeah, so like she's with you, but she's still thinking about all the fun she had making those kids with... Oh, wait. He's still here. Never mind.
He's still in the picture in this
wait,
case.
You're still here. I forgot.
Yeah, he's the sneaky
Whoops.
link instead, right?
I mean, it's always... No.
Right? And then there's always going to be scars from that too.
Yeah.
Right? Because especially if like he left her for someone else and she still pines for him, there's going to be scars there. Because while y'all are doing the thing, she may be thinking about that guy. Probably she is thinking about that other guy. Right?
Yeah.
So it's a rough deal. And the bottom line is you're a sucker for saving her in the first place.
Captain Sabo.
Captain Sabaho. Now, I'm going to go ahead and say there's exceptional circumstances for all of this stuff, because I can think of a bunch of guys that married a single mom who, like, the guy died, or, like, the girl was abandoned, and she otherwise is a great woman. Totally get that. Let's be honest. Most of the society is not those exceptions, which is why we go ahead and say it the way that we say it. Let's see here. Hypergamy doesn't care about your divine and forgiving nature and excusing her youthful indiscretions.
Yeah, you have to overlook all of those kind of things. But the minute that you are at a place together and then you start looking at, like the waitress that walks by and it's like, why are you looking at her? I was like, shame on you. You're such a jerk. Like, it's like, I barely looked in that direction. I don't know. It's like, you were looking at her for exactly 1.87 seconds.
Right. Whereas
it's like, what?
Whereas if she knew you were the best that she could get, she wouldn't bring it up at all. It'd be like, yeah, okay, she looks cute, but she's perfectly content in knowing that she has her proper place. right?
I love it. I'm like, hey, look at that one.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good dynamic. And the thing is, like, there's no threat involved.
Yeah.
It's just what it is.
Oh, I know that I've talked to friends in the past where I'm like, yeah, we look at the caboose on that one. And they're like, you really do that? It's like, yeah, why not? We appreciate beauty wherever we can find it.
Hypergamy doesn't care about your magnanimity in assuming responsibility for her student loans and credit card debt after you're married.
What did I just say about girl accounting? This is girl accounting 101. That leads to the aforementioned situation.
Yeah. So once you take it on, it becomes your problem and not hers. Because once again, it goes back to the whole like his money is our money and her money is her money kind of thing.
Yep. Girl accounting 101.
Yeah. So be really careful when you're going ahead and like looking at each other in terms of marriage prospects. If she's not financially stable, like have a plan for that and like go into it with your eyes wide open about like what the expectations are.
Again, the whole thing where it's like, oh, it's not as romantic. You just gotta fall for it. No, you need to talk about nitty gritty stuff, especially in this culture. You're asking for a world of hurt. Please don't.
Please don't do this.
I love you too much. Please don't do this.
Hypergamy doesn't care about how well you do your part of the household chores.
Chore play.
Chore play. Don't do it, guys.
What did we just say about that?
Yeah. Don't do it. If you're getting all this hate about the way that you are doing the dishes when you were volunteering to do the dishes, she is welcome to do them, right? Because it's not about whether or not you're actually doing it. It's about control at that point. And if she is whining and complaining to you about things that are about control, she sees that you're on the same level or she sees you as inferior to her, which is why she is making a big deal of these things. Which is why I say that it's better to be the superior man where it's easy for her to fall under your authority.
When you like take a thing or two, like overseeing kids getting stuff picked up and whatever, it's like, I'm not going to even like walk by because I don't care how it gets done, that I wouldn't do it. I don't care. I'm just grateful that I get to go actually have a 20-minute shower like by myself, like in peace, so that I can like reframe my brain and then banish them all to their rooms to go to bed. And we get to have our time together. It's fun.
Nice.
And I'm very grateful.
Hypergamy doesn't care whether the children are biologically yours or not.
That's like girl accounting 102.
Okay, what do you mean in this case?
So you played Captain Savo. But, you know, when kids do things and then it's like, well, you have to go discipline your child. But then when they do all the good things and whatever, that's my child. Look, I'm so proud of my child I raised. It's like, ma'am, excuse me. It's just an extension of this. What's his is ours, and what's mine is mine.
Sure. And then, so even going and challenging that narrative of raising the child, it's like, are you actually raising the child, though? Or is the child being sent to the public school system, or is the child being sent to daycare so that you can do your HR job or whatever? Are you really raising the kids? Or are they spending more time in an institution separate from you and learning your culture and your lifestyle and your customs?
I admire like dual income households. Like if you are actually about the business of like raising a family, raising quality children, it's possible. Of course it is, but it is so difficult. Like
it takes more work, right?
I guess I'm lazy. I can't do that whole thing. Like,
well, you're not expected to do that
Yeah.
at all, right? Because like we went into this knowing that you were going to be at home with the kids and I was going to be out slaying dragons and bringing home treasure.
like I was much happier not taking a vacation every year. Like the only time we actually, traveled was to go be with our family for Christmas. That was
our vacation.
It was our vacation. It wasn't really a vacation, but it's important. It was still being about the business of raising our family with a good, solid set of roots and all of that, and traditions, and exposing them to, our family of origin culture, stuff like that, and doing what we could with less than a new phone every couple years, or we just run these things in the ground, never having owned a new car.
Yeah, like we don't buy new cars.
Hey, thanks for watching this clip. If you'd like to see more from this podcast, you can go ahead and click here, where the podcast episode is linked in its entirety. If you're new here, you might want to consider subscribing right here. Thanks so much. Make it a great day.